Hey, what's up? Ratop Tech here with another video. And today this video is a little bit different, but let's start by quoting MKBHD tweet that never ever buy a tech product based on a promise of future software updates. And I thought since it's that time of the year whereby most tech companies are trying to give us new software versions, new operating systems, then I think it's the right time to talk about what are software updates or upgrades, and why do most companies really strive to ensure that they offer the consumer software updates for a prolonged period of time, and are these software updates really necessary in the first place? Essentially, a software update is a newer version of the existing software that promises to offer improvements and changes over the current version. Most of the times, software updates are intended to fix minor issues such as fixing minor bugs, fixing security issues, and maybe operations and peripherals. While on the other hand, software upgrades offers significant and major upgrades from the current version. Normally, software updates or upgrades come with warnings. For instance, back up your device before doing this update or upgrade. And the main question is, why do companies or tech reviewers really rely on software updates? For instance, you might be watching a video and find the quote, "The product is cool and it has good features apart from few minor bugs that can be fixed with a future software update," or things of the sort. Some of the examples of failed promises and expectations include whereby these giant tech companies will normally take advantage of the consumer to tell them that irrespective of how poor our software is, but our product is really cool and we're gonna make every bit of improvement to ensure that you get the best out of this product. So most of the companies will tell you that they'll offer you software updates maybe for 5 years, some 10 years, others maybe for 2 or 3 years, just to ensure that the consumer at least is able to understand that, well, irrespective of the few minor bugs, they're gonna improve on that. Most of the times, software updates will work, and at times it fixes up to maybe 90% of the bugs, but hardly gets anywhere past 90%. For instance, Apple is known for supporting updates on iPhone for over 5 years. Actually, currently the iOS 15 can work on even iPhone 6, which was released like 7 years ago. And we've seen what kind of harm software updates can cause to the consumer. For instance, when Apple had to pay $113 million to consumers because they had slowed down their phones to improve on battery life. And that's one of the scrupulous ways where software updates aren't really meant to do what they're meant to do. And not forgetting the recent iPadOS 15, whereby most tech reviewers really had high expectations of this OS version, and we had hopes that maybe it was going to be able to maximize the performance of the iPad, since it was using the same M1 chip that's in the MacBooks. But I guess expectations is a thief of joy. 6 years ago, Microsoft proudly announced that Windows 10 was the last version of Windows operating system, and they were going to support it for eternity. That is, it was going to be a service operating system. What better way to feel confident as a consumer that you'll never have to buy another operating system? Well, a month ago, they did announce that Windows 11 was being launched, and Windows 10 had an expiry date in October 2025. So, for me, I've been thinking and debating about this. I'm gonna leave you a link in the description where you can see everything I'm talking about Windows 11. And I think it was more of a business decision rather than giving people a new skin or a new operating system. Also, Windows 11 compatibility issues is something to take note of. And maybe even a 5-year-old PC or laptop might not be compatible with Windows 11 requirement, especially if the TPM 2.0 is going to be a must needed requirement for the OS to work on your PC. And what about Android? Well, I remember passing Android 9, that was commonly referred to as the Pi, and stuck on Oreo, the Android 8, until Android 10 was out. That's because Pi wasn't really a pie after all. Maybe subscribing to the channel will give you a piece of a pie. Even with Teslas, never depend on the promise of future software updates. Normally get contented with the hardware you're getting and its functionality at the time of purchase. So why do companies make promises that they can never keep? On one side, software updates are very, very important. And that's why some consumers will opt for an iPhone that promises 5 years or more of software updates as compared to an Android phone that has limited number of software upgrades. At the end of the day, software updates and upgrades are entirely up to the company to decide on. And they are voluntarily after-sales services that the company controls its expiry date. Just like any other after-sales services, this is a business decision to attract more consumers to their product. In conclusion, if you're ever going to buy a tech product today, make sure that you're contented with what product you're getting, or at least you can forgo some of the bugs that come with the product. Because even though updates can solve the problem can never entirely go away. Anyway guys, thank you for watching. If you did enjoy the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, make sure to do so. And I guess I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.